Hey ladies and gents, I'm bringing you the review on the new VK 168.01 Mauerbrecher. Maybe I don't know how to pronounce it, something like that. This is the new premium tier 8 heavy for the German line. Yeah, so this is just a continuation of the mouse project. We have this one in game already. Yeah, and we also, of course, also have the VK 100.01. All these are kind of based off of the similar design. Of course, we have the infamous Moss. So yeah, not something we haven't seen before. This, however, is a premium Tier 8 vehicle. The only real difference between this one and the other Moss typed vehicles, super heavies, of course, is how the turret is mounted, which is to the front. Entirely a paper tank. Wasn't actually really even developed. I mean, other than the Moss was the only one that I was actually finished. Almost all of these are pretty much the same. Nothing more than paper tanks. This, however, what do I want to say about this? This thing is, it's not good compared to, say, the VK, which is just a all-around better tank. You can notice, of course, with the turret, and that's actually the biggest problem with this tank. I've been struggling with this tank, and I've had some really good games in it, but it's not a tank that's easy to win in. And we're actually going to look at the armor layout here is what I'm actually really going to be my biggest problem with this tank. We have the so-called OP premium tanks, and then this one just kind of comes along and it's kind of meh, right? Lower plate, 185, very easy to pen. They give it, of course, a weak spot in the middle of the upper glacis, which is 162, and of course they give a large, very large cupola at 150. So we have three fairly large weak spots right off the bat. And sadly, without that, if you look at the VK's front of that, the 100, the cheeks are a little bit more pronounced and a little bit smaller. This one has massive cheeks. So effective armor right in the center is 230, which means there is a fair chunk of heavies, mediums at tier 8 that have absolutely no trouble at all going through your cheek. And that's not even without even using anything like APCR or heat rounds. I mean, I had a Tiger 2 snap 2 shells into there using regular AP. So yeah, really weak in the front, which is surprising considering where this heritage from this tank comes from, and a little disappointed that it wasn't quite as effective as some of the other premium tanks. All in all, what we get here is a 440 average damage. This is a 128, of course, 128 millimeter L50A gun. So we get 440 average damage, 220 average pen, which is just a little bit weak. I mean, it's also more in line, the Louvet 234. Yeah, this one's a little bit bad. And like I said, I'm running a 46% win rate and trying my damnedest to come up with some decent wins in this game. But this thing really does not do it at tier 8, mostly for the fact is because of its speed. The armor isn't the best, and the gun is fairly weak for what it is. It's a long reload. We're talking 12.38 second reload, and that's running with vents and a rammer and a almost 4 skill crew. So yeah, long reload. Aim time's relatively crappy, and so is the dispersion on it, 0.37. 2,132 average damage per minute. There's not a lot of things that fear this thing. One shell and the mediums are on you and you're fucked from the get-go. 1,700 hit points, but it's best thing it's got going for it. You're just a big XP pinata. And the motherfucking artillery, I swear to God, this is just like a Moss at tier 8. They're going to spend a epic shit ton of time shooting at you. That's last 2 games before I started making this video. Tier 8 or tier 10 artillery. There's a tier 10 tank sitting next to me, but we're gonna shoot the new 168 because it can't get away. at all. Yeah, 180 on the hull armor, 130 on the sides. Relatively nice for side scraping. You'll watch the video what I'm talking about. 100 on the rear. The cheeks, 130. Make sure you crank this over if you've played the Moss. You know what I'm talking about. But the only way to be effective and not get pinned is, of course, turn the turret. Which doesn't matter because they'll shoot you in the cupola, or they'll, you know, shoot you in the machine gun port, which is a large glaring hole here in the middle, which most tier 6s can pen you. Yeah, I'm not kidding on this, guys. Really, I'm not. 160 on the side, 100 on the rear. Will side scrape? Yes, this will side scrape, as long as you can keep the cupolas covered. And that machine gun port, thank goodness, they're kind of on one side, so you can work that corner if you have to. 168 tons, 1600 engine horsepower, 9.48 ton per horsepower, top speed of 20, and a traverse of speed of 15. Now that is really slow, but the nice thing about this tank is that it does get up to speed and reverse speed rather quickly. Surprise, surprise. I don't know how that works, but it does. Yeah, so it's not really that much of a dog other than the fact it's really, really slow. Concealment, let's not even talk about that. You are spotted from base, literally. Spotting's 442. That's because I'm running one hell of a nice crew here for my E100. Yeah. New paint job on the sign, on the side of it. Yeah. Yeah. It just says Berlin, Ein Berlin. Somebody can translate that for me. I'm not going to spend the time to do it. The only real nice thing about this, and I'll give it that, it does train your super heavies very nicely. E100 Moss crews fit in here beautifully. You know, of course, with this one, no. This tank is a better tank than the VK, bar none. Yeah, I'm not even going to make a comparison. That old, beaten down, run down, finally buffed not too long ago, Louvet is a better tank than this tank. The only thing this thing's got it going for it is, of course, that it can train your super heavy crews, E100s, and Mosses. That is it. Yeah, that one, yep, all the crew members match up. Really nice if you want to keep these, the 100 and the Moss, of course, trained. If you want something to train these tanks, if you're into super heavies, this is the tank to be with. I think, of course, it also trains the VKs. Yep. So yeah, it is a super heavy trainer, and of course E75, no problem. Yeah, can't complain about that. That's one good thing about it. The gun is, once again, real questionable. I mean, I could have seen this if they would have gave this a little bit better rate of fire and a little bit better accuracy and aim time. Might have helped. 8 degrees of gun depression, which isn't bad because it sits forward like it does. So yeah, there is some attributes to it. I mean, it's doable. You're going to make money with it. You're going to, as long as you get a city map where you don't have to go very far, you'll be fine. So yeah, crew trainer, money maker. That is about it. So this was a 3,404 damage game. 115,000 take home. Not bad. 3,000 damage game. Pretty easy to make 140k with it. I'm not impressed with it. I thought it was kind of a letdown. I thought this would be a little bit better for actual in-game, but we'll see. So I'm going to bring up the review for the replay for you guys, and you can see what this thing is all about. All right, guys. Back with the battle in the 160, the Mauerbrecher. Yeah, somebody figure out the pronunciation on that damn thing, because I'm not German, so I don't think I have the vocal skills for that. Top speed of 20, and then as you noticed, it does get up rather quickly. You know, it's definitely not a dog in that sense. Its top speed is still 20, so it takes you an epic shit ton of time to get to your objective, which is, of course, this is in town here. 220 pen on the regular round, 260 on the APCR round, 12-second almost 13-second reload. Yeah, that's tough. It hits, 440. Not too bad, not too shabby. Obviously, most of your rolls are going to be under 400, so it's going to kind of suffer there a little bit. With that nose way out in front like that, it's a little more difficult to actually side scrape with this thing. And that's not necessarily a bad thing either. Might not get you in trouble so much. So we got a large force heading here into town, and yeah, once on hard ground, it's not bad. Don't try to take this down valley, the valley push in Lakeville, because it will take you. It'd be like going down there with T95. I mean, honestly, just ridiculous here. So come around the corner, got a T28 Proto, a Panther 2. He's hanging out there, and I got a Bulldog here. I'm not terribly sure what his deal is. I don't know if he disconnected here or what. He just kind of stopped. First shell out of the barrel, 400, boom, and I got a Tiger 2 here with him. So they finish off the light tank that's in town because, reasons. And I'm aiming here trying to see if I can get the last of his tank before he leaves, and I can't quite do it. So, sitting back here, Panther 2 bounces a shell off my front turret, and that's about the time I notice the big push with the other 168s and the T-34 Black that are currently pushing in here. I have an IS-3 with me, 112 Tiger 2. They're on the far side because, hey, whatever. Rheinmetall's watching over us here, so here they come. IS-3 is getting pushed, and I'm going to go try to give him a little bit of help here. He sees me coming, and he's going to back off and let me take his place, which is always, smart. So, oh, they're both here. Lovely. 440. And, of course, like I said, the big fat cupola on the top is very weak. So I switched to premium rounds. This is a situation where it's a 3-on-1. This is not a time to miss or not pen. So I pull up, try to get a shot in his lower plate. Can't quite get it. Scorpion G's hanging out there. Now I got, like I said, 4 tanks here, and it's kind of going to be an interesting whether I can pull this off or not. Looking. I really want to get that Scorpion G. I've been waiting. There he is. Oh, yeah, there we go. He is actually one of the ones that I'm more worried about than anything. Yes, thank you. He is dead. So, still got these 2 Mosses. Put a shell into his cupola. T-34B, he's pushing up. Crank my turn over a little bit in case he gets a little bucky here and tries to push me. So I got Panther 2, a T-28, pushing in on my backside. Put another shell into the T-34B. Yeah, they're right over there. 112 IS-3 are fighting them. So I'm going to be pretty much focused on just these 2. Knock out that T-34, and now I just have the last 168. The 112, he gets brave. He's pushing in. And we're going to try to finish this guy off quickly because, like I said, we have the other 3 coming back in here. Here comes the other Moss. T-28's pushing in, and I'm trying to see if I can get a cupola shot. Can't quite do it. IS-3. Oh! Tiger 2 shows up out of nowhere. Oh, crap. I hit him in the track. So, I'm going to help this IS-3 out. He's almost dead. I push in here. I'm trying to save him. There we go. I got full health. I'm here to be literally a roadblock. So push it on here. Get the T-28 in the cupola. He pens me, no problem. Right through the, TDs. No problem going through that cheek. T-28's running away. I get shot by the Tiger 2 from somewhere. Oh, hey, thanks, buddy. Warchuck, you are excellent. So I'm at 3,300 damage, 1,920 blocked, and I'm going to push in here on the Tiger 2. And we're just going to see just how wonderfully accurate this gun is. Put a nice shell. Nope, goes too low. Misses it. What are you going to do? 112 puts a nice shell onto him, leaves him on 83 hit points. I'm going to try to be a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Puts me up to 3,400. T69's left over here. This tank is great if you can get the tier 8 games and the below tier 8 games, you're fine. 9s, 10s, they're just going to eat this for breakfast. They're going to go through your front face, they're going to go through your lower plate, they're going to go through your weak spots, they're going to go through your cupola. Nothing redeeming about it, and it's too slow to react to just about everything. And of course, artillery is going to love you. So, see if I can snap a shot in here, and I hit the end of his barrel. Critical hit, finish him off. 3,400 damage, 2,200 block, and 140k for this tank. This is actually the very first game I played in it. But hey, what are you going to do? So, would I say buy this? No, I would say buy the Louvet if you're looking for a premium tank from the German line. The Lion is so much better. It can haul down. It can go against 8s. It doesn't require. Has better gun, better pen, better everything to it. It's just about as fast, probably just a hair skosh faster. The only thing that's redeeming quality about this tank, of course, is it does train your super heavy crews if that's what you're looking for. Other than that, this thing suffers. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say this is great. I bought it because I collect tanks, and you know, one way or another, I'll probably end up playing it till I 3 MOE it or something like that. But unless you're going to do something like that, I would say pass on this one and just go buy the standard Lion for this tier. So, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.